Coming back at you with the Reverie channel. I'm Dr. Evil and number 2 cosplay coming at you from the next available WeeabooCon.
And this is John, just a normal snail man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And today we're going to do an episode of Philosophy and Poetry, aka P and P, not to be mistaken with
Pee pee. The fucking pee pee.
Alright, so
well,
today I have a poem for you guys. It is titled Wolk. Walking, he had a watch and crushed the thing. Crawling, she had a cane and tossed that piece. One leg hopping, they had a peg leg and on their knee broke it to smithereens. Soliloquy, so many pretend to be listening. The light giggles at our quandaries, the darkness awkwardly stares as we're crying. Plans you got, plots you got, thyself has many thoughts. Many alternating chords are wrought, building an aria, a ballad, a score. But who's interested in that music, that balderdash? We got things to do. You gotta act. You gotta show them your fact. None need to know your existence. None need to know your merit. None need to witness your spirit. We've all have it within us. But why not become an exhibit? Why not show up the fool nearby? Why not display how much humanity you have in your pores? Slightly for them, but more so, just to see thy will in the fore. To see the great lurch you're capable of. And that's that.
so Simone, in essence, in summary, very quick summary, what would you say your your poem, main focus is?
The whole premise of the poem is basically to tell people that to act, to stop spending so much time thinking, so much time focusing inward and making up all these plans and having all these ideas but never actually doing anything with them. And also, of course, to definitely not whatever your plans are or whatever you want to execute, it's not for other people, it's for yourself and to show to you what you are most capable of.
All right. So I have a couple of questions for you, Simone, and a couple of statements as well to add on.
All right.
So my question is to you, Simone. People tend to worry about showing themselves to others. Do you think these people are more afraid of themselves failing and looking like the fool themselves rather than take the risk and see what they could accomplish?
Okay, I see what you mean. Uh, Personally, I don't think it's. I think it's a little bit of both, to be very honest. People don't know themselves, and by not knowing yourself, you don't know the full extent of your capabilities. And of course, if you don't know the full extent of your capabilities, then of course you can never test yourself to improve. Failure is a deep fear that lots of people have, most people have, even us. It's just, I would say it's almost a part of nature. The thing is, failure is how you grow, and failure is something that needs to be tried and tested. It needs to happen to you. And I think any fears about basically making your dreams realized are absolutely foolhardy. Because of course, there are limited spots in the world for people to accomplish their dreams, but there's always an extent to which you can reach. There's always some distance that you can go. And some people, you can settle at some point, or you could reach even farther, or you could develop your dreams in other ways. And really, you shouldn't concern yourself with the opinions of others, because I mean, simply enough, people go and they come and they change, and it's very rare to see people that actually stick around and support you. And when you do find people like that, that's whenever I could say you truly can surpass your limits, limit break, and do an omni slash.
All right, yeah. Another flash. All right. So, number two is in the beginning of the poem, you talk about people freeing themselves from their chains, their own chains.
Hmm.
Why shouldn't people utilize the tools around them rather than completely destroying it?
So I of course I understand the realistic aspect to it. A person needs a watch, or for most part, we need a watch or some way to keep track of time because we're busy. We're busy people. And on top of that, someone needs a cane to walk. Of course, they need that cane to a certain extent. It depends on the problem that they have, and of course, if somebody is hopping along on one leg and the other leg's a peg leg, they may need that. But the whole point of that was kind of, it was a purposeful exaggeration, because the whole idea is, at least the characters in a sense I'm talking about, it's getting rid of the things that would it's more like they limit you, or they are a constant symbol of your limitations.
Ah,
The guy is, he crushes his watch because he doesn't want his time always take, like, he doesn't want his time basically delegated to him. He doesn't want it being told to him. He is in control of his own agency and what he can do with his life. Same thing with the girl who breaks the cane. She's like, I want to learn, I want to walk properly now. I'm going to make that effort to learn that. And of course, if the most exaggerated thing is, the person with the peg leg breaking it. But you never know how that could turn up. There were, I forget the name of the guy, but there was a guy who basically, he didn't want to just have it's some guy that made, it was head of a prosthetics company, or a spokesperson for a prosthetic company. He was like, you know what, me just having a stupid ass, like wooden stick, or just like some crappy old leg, that doesn't help me. And he ended up developing all different kinds of legs for himself to help him rock climb, which is something unthinkable whenever you've lost legs for most people. But he said hell no with that, and he worked hard, and now he has some of the most advanced prosthetic legs in the world. And that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about here. Like, those are almost, it's almost self-imposed limitations. Of course, there is a realism. Whenever you're a paraplegic, it's kind of hard. But
it's basically just saying no excuses. Break the barrier of what you think is possible and not possible,
yeah,
and
exactly.
do it. I agree. Okay, I like that. And number three is
Oh,
people
and
tend to
I'll
overthink.
make sure to put in the comment section who exactly I was referring to in the link to the video I'm talking about, particularly.
All right. So number three is people tend to overthink every detail in their life, as if they have absolute control of their environment. You can perfectly plan a song, but once you put a finger on an instrument, you still need to apply it with the conditions you plotted in your head. So, Simone, do you agree?
In essence, yes. Of course, actually. You need to apply what you've done to actual skill. You need to, of course, we can have big dreams of, making AI and being the first one to create that AI that does wake up and all of that, or whatever you're chasing. You have to apply yourself though, and you have to learn the skills that are required. You have to take those baby steps. I mean, you don't take the baby steps, you don't learn the basics, then you won't get very far.
Right.
There are maybe few things in this world where you actually can skip the basics. Maybe you're just, again, possibly talented, and then it just came to you. But I think
I
for the
think
but I think for the most part, it's about, you have to apply yourself. You have to use the things that are available to you to actually be able to make your dream into reality, or make your, whatever you want to be reality into reality.
yeah. To end it real quick, to put it in martial arts terms, you can learn so many moves, but to actually use them efficiently takes many years. It's very easy to learn any move you want, but to actually use them is where the challenge begins.
Yeah,
So,
and then someday maybe you're tested in a bar fight, and then we'll see what all that was for. Let's see if you actually can apply if you can actually apply the skills to achieve your dreams, or to protect yourself so that you can, not get hurt, to not be able to achieve your dreams. It would be really sucky if you get bashed over the head with a beer bottle and then you have a brain hemorrhage.
yeah, that's true. That's the end.
So
So,
we end off on a
guys,
brain hemorrhage. It's pretty good. Great content.
well, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Let us know what you think in the comments. Any additional things to say. We also have a Discord server, so make sure to join it. And you guys have a wonderful day. All right.
Have a good one.
Peace.